Aloha, Rich Alverson. This is ITS128. This is October 29th, and we're going to start chapter 7. I have it opened up here on the screen. And so let's get started. Strings. We've discussed, uh, we know a lot about integers. Okay, a string is a particular data type that can be manipulated, using equations and so on, and variables. You can assign variables, the values of variables. They can be strings, just like they can be numbers. But there's a bunch of things. There's a bunch of ways that we can manipulate strings that make it really um, uh, valuable for us to do a lot of the things that we do in Python, a lot of string manipulation things. So that's what we're going to go cover. So the first thing will as you can see, um, there's so string slicing, advanced string formatting, splitting and joining strings, and so on. I guess those don't mean too much till we actually take a look and see what they are. So a string, string slicing has to do with slicing off certain parts of the string and sticking them back together again. Okay, in various ways that might not seem obvious to you right now that you would need them, but if you actually start using strings to do things like uh, uh, parse. Let's see, that might not make much sense either. String manipulation is used a lot in converting high-level programming languages into the machine language. A lot of uh, you know, all kinds of software that read writing, that read the writing, read what people type, and then convert that into some sort of meaning. There's a lot of string manipulation that goes into that. So here, uh, slice notation is where you have the name of the string, and then if you have this square bracket, some number, colon, some number, and bracket, then that means you're not talking about the entire string, you're talking about just some portion of the string. And so and these have to do with the actual character index. So if you have a string like this, which is Boggle, and that's what my str is equal to, um, if you were just to take characters 0, 1, and 2, okay, you would not include the 3 because you remember in Python, and the convention is that when you give a range like that, you're including the first index, but you're not including the last index. So this refers to 0, 1, and 2, not 3. And so my string or my str 0, 1, the first 3 characters of this is just BOG. You see, so if this is the whole string, and this is uh, my string, the first 3 characters of it. And so this notation is what we have to get used to. So for example, here, if we have a URL that looks like this, and we only want the this part of it, say for some reason, then we would say we could identify just that substring this way from character 7 up to and including character 22. So this is character 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 22. This is 22. All right, so that's this talks more about that. You have a string that looks like that. These are the indexes. This is nice. It shows the index of each character. And so you see 0 to 6. Let's make this a little bigger. And can you get rid of this? So you see 0 0 and 1 is DO. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is this, so on. All right, let's do some slice creates new object. So when you do, you have the string here, and then you want just a slice of the string, and you set some new variable equal to that, that's a new object. It's different than this other one. So, because strings are immutable. So you can't change a string. You have to create a new one from the old one. If you don't specify a beginning, like here, then the default is the beginning of the string. If you don't specify an ending, like here, there's no ending specified, then you are referring to all the way up to and including the last character of the string. So here, what this is dividing the string in two, where we go from the beginning up to the length of the string divided by 2, integer divide by 2. So this is the first half, and then here we go, integer divide by 2, all the way up to the end. And it's okay, it works out right because when you use this, okay, so this number is going to be exactly the same as this number. Same thing. And whatever this number is, it's going to be, the range is going to be from 0 all the way up to, but not including this number. And then down here, it's going to be including this number all the way up to the end. So that ends up working. So the math inside there works. You can do other things like this -5. That means it's 5 characters from the end. And this goes all the way up to the end. This starts at the beginning. This goes from the beginning all the way up to, but not including the last character. All but the last character. Okay, here we refer to the stride, which means if there's a third character, if there's a third number, then we mean like every other one. Like if it's a 2, it's every other one. If it's a 3, it's every third one. The default is 0, which means it's every one, or the default is 1, I guess. The stride default is 1 if it's not specified, which means every one. So that can be useful sometimes. So here we're going from beginning to the end, but we're only doing every other one. So it would be AT, let's see if this is right. It'd be AT A ATT A F. Well, let's see where it is. Oh, attack Mars. ATTACKMARS. Interesting. Okay. All right, so let's do a challenge here. So we have this here, and we want the first 3 characters of silver. Color slice is equal to the first 3 characters, which is SIL, and then we're just printing it. So SIL, enter, and that's should be. Let's do the third one, and this is character number 4 and 5, but not 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is O, and 5 is the N, and then 6 is the T. Okay, so ON. the fourth and the fifth character, I think. All right, good. Let's do this, the fifth one. Okay, for this one, it's from the beginning all the way up to, but not including this last two. So I think it's just going to be this. Yeah. Okay, let's see what this last one is. Okay, it's say this is just going to be one character. Oh, okay. Here we're supposed to know if we set we have this and we set this equal to this, and then we take the last let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we take the last two, the last character of Budapest, and that's what, and then we print that, and then we set city equal to Athens, and my slice shouldn't change because this is a new string, and it sets that equal to that, and so that doesn't change. So I think it's just a T T T. I don't know. Is it right? Oh yeah, it is right. Okay. Yeah, changing the value of city does not change the value of slice. Yeah, well, you wouldn't think it would, but because Python introduces this confusion between objects and so on, and then you can be confused. So, all right, okay, so let's do this one. String this is read from input, assign slice string to the full string starting at index 5 to the end. So it's going to be sliced string equals full string up to from index 5 to the end. Okay, well, that's just this, I think. I would think that's all it is. Yeah, okay. All right, now let's do the last one. You can do the ones in between. This is read from input. Assign this to every third element in the first half of the string. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we want the first half of the string. So we want partial string, partial lyric, I guess, equals every third element in the first half of the string. So full string, first half of it would be nothing to length of full string, integer dividing by 2. Okay, so that's from the beginning up to the first half of the string, but then we want to take every third element, so we got to do this :3. I think that would be it. This is every third element. This is the first half of the string. This is the length of half the string, so it goes 0. Yeah, so anyway, let's see if this is what this is. Okay, all right. Very good. All right. Let's see what this one is. Just out of curiosity. My string input variable substring. My string slice that excludes the the character at 11. Oh, interesting. We're supposed to exclude the character at index 11. Okay, so let's go. So it would be something like substring equals my string, and it it excludes character 11. So how about from nothing to 11, and then concatenation is plus in Python, isn't it? My string. Now this, I hope this is right. From 12 to the end. Okay, so let's see what this does. This is right. I guess it is. Okay. All right, so let's just move on here. Advanced string formatting. So this is, you know, this is how in the old days when you wanted to print stuff out using a typewriter or something where each character is exactly the same width. So that way you can do this kind of thing. You know that each time you type another dash, it's going to be the same width as the letter above it and the same width as the letter below it. So um, that's what this does. And Python offers a lot of uh, ways to help you print out stuff like this. Let's see. So setting the field width. Okay, let's go through some of these things. Format specification may include a field width. So if you say, so if you want to print out this and you wanted to take up 16 characters, this is going to starting with character 0, it's going to fill it up, and then it's going to add blanks up to 16. So that's why it goes up to here, it goes up to 16. Well, actually, it doesn't include 16. So this takes care of from 0 to 15. And then goals here is the remaining 8. So GOALS and then space, space, space. So this way, we left justify what we're typing. Okay. Oh, and this says do this thing 24 times. That's what that does. So that's why there's 24 hyphens there from 0 to 23. Okay, so this left justifies, and this is the maximum width. That's how much space it takes up. Well, let's do a real quick one here. Type Felix with 6, FELIX, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that, and then the enter. So that ends up being, I guess. Okay, numbers, oh, okay. Numbers are left aligned by default, and strings are left aligned by default. Numbers are right aligned by default. Is that the way it was up here? No. Oh, that's because maybe it's characters. Okay, let's do number 3. Okay, so Maya is going to be left justified, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have points, which is going to take up 5 spaces. It's a number, so it's going to be right justified, right aligned. And so it's going to be points is points takes up 5, so it's going to be um, space, 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 8. And then matches takes up 4, so it's going to be space, space, 3, 0. Enter, I think. Oh, hmm, what did I mess up? Okay, so mine had a space down here. Oh, and it was missing a space. Okay, so I must have maybe it was the way I typed it. Let's try it again. Matches is okay, 30. 1, 2, okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, um, and then it's 5 positions for the 8. 1, 2, 3, what? Ooh, 4, 5. And then 30 should be 4, and then there should not be a space there. Okay, there's a space there. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I need to delete one. Oops. Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then one of those. All right, is this right? Okay, good. All right. So aligning strings within a field. Hmm. Okay, so these little characters here will, it looks like player name left justifies it 16 goals, left justifies it 16. This right justifies it. Right align. I should use the right terminology. This right aligns it. This right aligns it. You see, so instead of goals starting here, it right aligns it. Same with the names. You can see that, and this centers it. This character centers it. So this the default is, this is the default, so you don't need it. This is the default, so you don't need it. This is a default, so you don't need it. But this here is not the default. Normally this would be right justified, but here they want to display it left justified. And this is the default, so it wouldn't be necessary. But the rest of these, if you did want it that way, you would have to put those in there. All right, so that's and then centering it is that character. All right, so then you can change the fill character. The fill character defaults to a space, an empty space, but maybe you're printing out numbers and instead you want the fill character to be zeros. So you can specify a fill character there. So this is gonna write justify, but fill with zeros if this number is less than 4 digits. Oh, and look, this centers it. See, so this puts the doesn't make a lot of sense, but all right. Okay. So you can go through this and see how these work. This uses an underscore as a fill character. So see. All right. There any more? Okay, here's string. Start it up. String item name, and this is a string. This is an integer. Are read from input. Use one print statement to output the following all in one line. Okay, I never did do a good job memorizing these print statements, so I'm gonna have to go up here and let's see, this prints that out and with that format, 3 digits to the right of the decimal point. This is 2 digits to the right of the decimal point. Okay, all right, so we want to print out item name with the width of 17 characters. So we're gonna print. I gotta go up and find a nice. I'm gonna copy something like this right here. Can I copy that? Copy. So I'm gonna print item name, and I'm gonna print item count. And 17 characters, whatever this is going to be 17 characters. And this is going to be 17 characters. 17 characters, and it's going to be centered. This is going to be left align, that's right. And the fill character is going to be this, guess. And on this one, the fill character is going to be this. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I don't know. I've never, okay, let's see what this does. I'm not too handy with these Python print statements, but anyway, that's what it's supposed to look like. Oh, that's nice. Wow. All right, let's do this last one. Hard one. Okay. Gosh. 3 strings are read from input and stored as into list fruits. Then 3 more strings are read from input and stored into inventory. And lastly, a separator character is read. Use 5 of these to output the following 5 lines. Gosh, I have no idea what I'm doing here. But use 5 of these print statements. Do I still have something stored in there? Oh yeah, okay. So I want to print the word fruits. Um, the word fruits. Let's see. What did I just do? Is this how you do it? Fruits. With the field width of 20 and centered. Oops. Centered. And followed by an I. Followed by a vertical bar, I mean. Do I just do that? I think so. Then inventory, the word inventory. Oh, then the word inventory. Oh, I see. We're doing a title line here. The word inventory, field width of 20, centered. Now, this would be, I'm just going to see what this looks like right now. How do I, um, uh, all right, I'm just going to check this and see what I get. It's clearly incomplete, but I want to see if I got the first. Oh no, I didn't because I would have. No, this should be syntax error. Well, there shouldn't be a zero there, should there? Wait, what happened? All right. There should be 20. This is a brand new computer, so that's my excuse. 20 centered and nothing here. There should be nothing here. Oh, it's centered. Centered and nothing there. And then this one should be centered, followed by that. Okay, so this is field width of 20 centered, followed by an I, then inventory, field width 20 centered. Okay, fruits 20 centered, inventory 20 centered. What does this look like? Um, it looks like that part looks right. This part looks right. Ah, I see, because I missed everything else here. See, I missed all that. But the first part's correct. Okay, so I'm missing a new line. Okay, so all right, so that part of it is correct. Okay, so good. I got the first line right. Okay, what's next? Um, the second line has got to be 40 instances of a separator character. So that is print uh, F colon, I mean, no, F that. And now I'm going to print separator character. And that's going to be 40 of them. Wait a minute. Is this right? Oh no, times 40, right? Is that right? I wonder if that's right. I'm going to see if that's. Oh, it didn't produce any output. Is there something wrong? Unterminated literal string. Unterminated. I forgot to this thing. I didn't terminate the literal string. This is the beginning of the literal string. So let's see what. And so that should now Ah, got this part right. But now I gotta do that. What does that look like? Grapes. So okay. Okay, so next I gotta do print. Print F. Um, I'm gonna do fruits 0. And then a field of 20, right aligned, left, right, right aligned. Okay. 20, followed by a vertical bar, followed by, I'm going to do this. Huh? That thing? Vertical bar. I'm just going to copy this here and mess with this. Next is, it's going to be inventory, not this. It's going to be inventory of, what? Inventory of 0. Delete inventory of 0. And it's going to be right aligned 20. I don't have to do anything, do I? Yeah, so fruits 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so let's just do this. But the default, since it's a number, the default should be right aligned, right? Default, yeah. So take advantage of the default. But if you'd like me to put that, look, I'll put it in this one, and we'll see that it makes no difference. So this should be a 1, should be a 1, should be a 2, should be a 2. And let's see if this works. Oh, you were right. You were right. So why didn't the default thing work? Hmm? I don't know. Strange. It is strange. Okay. There's a reason for it. Not sure what it is, but when in doubt, be specific. Oh, is it? Ah, ha, 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 ha. You're right. It's a character. Yep, that's right. Yep. So now I got it. Hmm. Well, um, see if that does. Think so. Uh, okay, all right. Okay, what's next? String methods. Okay, there's a bunch of methods that come along with the string uh, class type. Let's see what we're in chapter 7. Okay, so yeah, so we got these challenges and these challenges. So string methods. So you can replace this returns a copy of the string with all occurrences of this substring replaced with this substring. Okay, so it's the old and new arguments may be strings, variables, or string literals. So these arguments. Okay, so this does the same thing This does the same thing, except for it limits it to this many times. Okay, so you see, if we have a phrase here like this, and here we're going to change all the numbers to Spanish numbers. And so here's how we would do that. This replaces all the ones with a uno, all the twos with a dos, and so on. And so then when you print it out, it prints out, someday I will have 3 goats and says say 6 horses and 9 llamas or something like that. All right. And then there's some more methods here. Oh, by the way, this is how you use them. Yeah, we show that here. So you use these methods by using dot and then the name of the method, and then the method may have some arguments. Uh, the replace method obviously has at least 2 arguments. If there's one more argument, then that's a count. It's got to be an integer. So this one, like that, that's going to return an index. It's going to return, some integer value. It's going to tell you where the first occurrence of that character is. And it could return a 0, which means it starts at the beginning. So what are we looking at? We're looking at boo-hoo. Boo-hoo exclamation point. So this is going to return a 0 because it starts at index 0. If it can't find it, it's going to return a -1. And if there's a second argument, that means tell me the index of this character starting with this index. So if you want to try and find the second one, first you find the first one, and then you get that index and you put that in there, and then it'll start and find the next one, and so on. And then here you can put an ending, an end on it. And this starts looking for the character, or this starts looking for this from the right side. So it goes from the right side leftwards. This returns the number of times this is in there. So this is going to return an integer, so on. Okay, in will just return true or false. So if this is a substring, if this is in this, so whatever this is, it's going to be some character string, however, whatever it is. If this is in here, if this is a substring in here, then this is going to be true. Otherwise, it'll be false. All right, so you can go through this if you want to, comparing strings. Okay, so so strings are compared from left to right, and so and they're compared like the ASCII character set, So this is true. This is true because starting from the left is y greater than is a capital Y greater than a capital A? Yes, it is. In the ASCII character set, in the character set of characters, the capital Y comes after the capital A. So now we don't have to look any farther. We already know that this is greater than this. You can do this. You can use the equal sign there. Greater than, okay, so this one, this is greater than this because it's same, up to the S, same. The S, yeah, the S comes earlier than the Z. S comes before Z, so S does not come after Z, so that's why it's false. And this, so this is true. Is this true? This is not true because it's got to be the same case. All right, so here we actually see the characters, and if you're interested in what the characters say, you can always search for ASCII character, ASCII characters, and you look at a table, and you can see all the character codes here. These are the symbols. So let's go down to the letters. So here's the letters down here, and we see a capital A is, a decimal value. Oh, here's a decimal value here. Let's look at that one. Capital A is a 65. Capital B is 66. Capital C is 67. Lowercase is greater. See, lowercase is up here. Lowercase is 97. Whereas the uppercase A is, 65 and so on. All right, and it goes up to 127. So it's 128, first 128 characters. Some of these are special characters, like this is the delete key, and then some of these there's spaces, and so on. And there's some below 32, which are like this is the carriage return, this is the line feed, this is a backspace. There's one of these is a tab character. So anyway, one of these is a vertical tab, no, horizontal tab. That must be this. Yeah, horizontal tab. All right, so that's that. Identity versus, okay, so this sort of talks about the difference whether the values of two things are the same or they actually are the same. And you remember we talked about objects, and sometimes, you can get confused if something is equal to an object, if it's the name of an object, and you can have two things which are actually different names for the same object, and so on. So student name is equal to student name is, okay, so here's an example, and I'm not too up on this because I used to programming languages, so we don't make these or it's not so important that we make these distinctions. But okay, so let's say we enter a student name and somebody types the user types in Amy Adams. So student name, if student name is this, then output true, otherwise output false. Well, it outputs false because this is not this. Okay, this holds this value, but this thing is someplace in memory, and this thing over here is someplace else in memory, and so they aren't the same as far as the is operator is concerned. However, this can be true because the value of this is equal to the value of this. They're both equal to the same value, so this would be true, equality operator. And then here's some other helpful methods, string methods, and these all return a true or false. So this returns if all the characters are alphanumeric. Is alphanumeric. This is if all the characters are digits between 0 and 9. This is if all the characters are lowercase characters, if they're all uppercase, if all the characters are spaces, white spaces, I think that can include tabs. And this return true if it starts with that string, and this will return true if it ends with that string. So they are useful. And then here, these will actually return new strings. It'll take whatever the string is in here and do something to it, and that's what it returns, creates a new string, and so you can have a new variable set equal to that. This will capitalize the first character of the string and leave the rest lowercase. And this will return the copy of the string, but they're all lowercase. This will return a copy of the string except for it's all uppercase. This will strip the leading and the trailing white space off of a string. Very useful. And this will return the string in title format, which capitalizes the first word, first letter of every word in the string. All right, so you can see how that works. So let's do a challenge. Okay, so string replacement is read from input. This is a string. It's called replacement, and it's read from input. And then another string called string twister is read from input. And if replacement is in string twister, then output at position space followed by the index of the first occurrence, and then create a string from string twister with all the occurrences of replacement replaced with a 7, and output that string on a new line. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna check if replacement is in string twister, then output at position. Okay. I'm going to say first occurrence is equal to the index of the first occurrence. So what is that? Just index? Let's see. It would be R find, first occurrence. Find. Okay, so find dot this, it's this. Dot find. Okay, so we want to do equals string twister parentheses find parentheses replacement. So that's going to return the first occurrence of string twister if it's there, and then I want to print f this thing. No, I go at position colon space first occurrence, I guess. Okay, it prints out that, guess. And then I want to create a string replaced by, so I'm going to say new string equals string twister, replacing all occurrences of replacement with a 7. And then I'm supposed to print that. I'm spelling things wrong here. I think this should be E. Well, this is my variable, so I guess it doesn't, that can be spelled however I want to spell it. That's that. Okay. Okay. This says create a string from string twister with all occurrences of replacement replaced by 7 and output string twister on a new line. Okay, so is this a trick question? Because this says output string twister. It doesn't say to output this new string. It doesn't say to output this string. This string that we've created from string twister. This says output string twister. So I'm gonna read this verbatim, and I'm gonna actually do that, and I'm gonna see what it says. I'm gonna put that there instead. See what happens. See, it wasn't a trick question. It was a very poorly worded question because it actually expected the new string. See, it replaced all the adds. And what I did was I outputted what it asked for. Okay. I didn't output the new string. I outputted the original string because that's what it asked for. Anyway, what? Oh, I'm supposed to also so anyway, let's finish this. I didn't finish it. Else print F, no output, no results. And this should actually be a new string. Okay. Just right. Let's see. Oh, good. It's right. Okay. So this should be and output the new string on a new line, or output the string that you create on a new line. All right, let's see what this number 4 is. That's the hardest one. Okay. String data value is read from input and with leading and trailing white spaces. Remove them. Okay. Okay. Um, data value equals data value dot strip. I think that's what it is. Was that the word? Is that the special function? Find place is lower capital strip. Returns a copy of the string with leading and trailing white spaces. Okay, so strip. I did that. So this is going to set data value because itself stripped. Remove all the strings. String. If data value contains the string color, capitalize all the characters in data value. So if um, color in data value, then um, then data value equals data value dot upper. think that's right. Otherwise, data value equals data value dot title, I think. Finally print out. All right, so um, data values red. Um, removed the leading and trailing white spaces with the strip. This one. Yeah, and then if it contains color or other, okay, so let's just see if this works. Ah, very good. Okay. All right. Let's see. It looks like the class is over. So what did I not do? Okay, splitting and joining strings. And was I supposed to get everything done today? Yes, I was. All right. Well, I can cover that next time, and I will check to see if these are both there. Let's see. Let's just check right now. It is in chapter 7. Oops. Name, format, and palindrome. Name, format, and palindrome. Okay, yeah, they're both there. And so splitting and joining strings is not that you can split strings um, into a list of substrings. You can split a string into a list of substrings like this. Let's say you have a string like this, and you use the split method, and you split on this character. This is going to create a list that looks like this. And so, of course, this is useful, like if you're using the tab character to separate, strings, or use a comma to comma separated values, and so on. And that's what the split is. So split does that. So you have so when you do something like that here, this is going to be a list. So it's going to be have indexes, and based on this character, and all of these will disappear. These will turn into separators between the list characters. And then join does the opposite. With join, you specify the join character. You specify the join, so it does the opposite. So yeah, you start out with a list like this. You specify the join character, and this is how you do it. You say the join character. Uh, use this join character to join all of the items in this list, and you end up with a single string with all the items in the list separated by the join character. So that's very useful to put things back into the original format. All right, so I'll skip the challenge activities. You can do them, and if you have any questions, you can let me know. All right, any questions? Okay, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.